Good day everybody, it's Max and welcome to Facteroids Tutorial Tips. You betcha, where we've got 3 tips plus a bonus one for you to get started in Facteroids and get building. So let's get to it. When you first get an asteroid, whether it's the twins or a single asteroid or whatever, you're going to have to worry about landing surface. Now, the landing surface, of course, is where we want to actually put the landing pod, and you'll be very tempted to put it on a flat surface. So if we're looking around the asteroid here, just to see what kind of surface area we're working with, I would say this is probably what I would consider the best flat surface of this asteroid. It has the side is fairly flat with only these 2 tops on it. That's fine, and that's not where you want to start. Okay. You always want to put your landing pad on the sunny side, okay? You also need to put the landing pad somewhat close to ice and rock, and we're going to talk about that in tip number 2. So in this particular case, by the looks of the sun is right there, so this is going to be our most sunny side, which makes this a little bit tricky, that's for sure, because not all stars are going to be equal. But in this particular case, we'll put our landing pad here, and we'll start off with that. Okay, on to tip number 2. The first things you need is power, ice, and rock. So, with Mr. Roboto selected in the corner, we're going to take 2 solar panels, and we're going to put them down here close to this ice and this rock. So there's 2 solar panels. Again, we're doing this on the sunny side that you just landed on. And of course, then we're going to take a miner for the ice and turn it in, and a miner for the rock and turn it in. And then we're going to grab 2 storage and put it on the side of the mountain, like so. Now, in this case, I didn't have to use any power lines or any extra material. And on some missions, especially in the campaign, you're going to be really light for material. Not to say you can't mine it manually to keep up, but at the same time, if you don't have to, it's perfectly fine. So in this case, I'll run this. And with that, we've got ourselves an up and running factory. Now, the ice and this stone we will never use in any other parts of our factory. So they will just continue to be suppliers for the robots to make sure everything happens. Let's move on to my 3rd tip. My 3rd tip is watch the sun. Take a few moments to see which way it's rotating on your asteroid. Now, at the moment, we're fine because the sun is hitting this side of the asteroid. But as the asteroid rotates, your solar panels are going to start to get worse and stop working. You've got to watch out for that and then be prepared to keep moving panels in the direction of the rotation of the sun. Now, keeping in mind, you have to look at the asteroid as more of a cube than a round rock. And in this particular case, we know the sun is going to be headed to this way because as I take it from the back, I can see the rotation of the sun pulling away to the right. So it's going to handle this side next, and then this side next, and then probably this side next. Now, because the asteroid also has a bit of a tilt to it, it will eventually turn out that you'll need the tops and bottoms, but that will at least cover you for now. So as the sun gets ready to hit the next side, be prepared with material so you can put down more solar panels to then be able to get that sun before you lose the power, because you don't want to lose the power after the fact and run out of building material to keep everything powered up. Let's talk about a bonus one. So here are a few of my bonus tips to go with. 1, watch out when you're building belts close together because they'll always try to connect, and the next thing you know, you'll have crisscrossing and mixed belts, which you may or may not want. So of course, when you're running any kind of factories or anything close together, watch out for the belt connections. Be sure to disable them if necessary. 2, wherever you're going to be building your big build at, in this particular case, don't use miners around that area in the beginning because, of course, miners will be removing material, and then your nice flat surface will be full of craters, which then you either A, have to fill in, or then you have to try and find another big build area. And third, when you're working with a lot of belt work, don't forget to use bridges and make sure that the directions are going in the right place. So of course, what we have here is we have belt coming down, but then I can also have that belt going over and going in other directions, and this way I can actually run multiple belts simultaneously. Like for example, I have a belt coming here on the left, I also have a belt coming here directly on the right, and none of them interfere with each other with the bridges. With that, I'm Max, this has been Facteroids. Few tips and tutorials, and I hope you have a lot of fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.